I'm joined once again by University of Central Oklahoma quarterback Stephon Brown. Steph, thank you again for taking time to come on. Now, we talked earlier before you came on. Now, you felt watching the Peyton episode and looking back, we did kind of shortchange you there on the high school career. You mentioned it. We didn't go into detail. Now, I found the film. It took a lot. There's a lot of Stephon Browns apparently. It took a lot, but we found the film. And I gotta say, I was pretty darn impressed there. I mean, the deep ball, obviously the playmaking ability. So since you wanted to talk about it, I opened the floor to you as to your 3-year varsity career.
Man, yeah, I just I'm a big fan of the show, so I just wanted to ponytail off of everybody else's, high school experience, But high school was fun for me, man. Like I told you on the last one, I went to my pop's high school, so that was just a big thing for me. Ever since I was little, I knew what high school I was going to, since I was like 5 years old. So once I got there, it was kind of just like a whole process for me, just buying in, really learning how to buy into something, and own it as my own, just take leadership. Something, and that taught me, early how to, step up as a leader. So when I got into high school, just having to hold up my pop's name, like I knew I had to come in with a certain mentality, you know what I mean? It didn't come easy, and that was my problem coming in. I thought everything would come easy. And credit to my head coach, Antoine Stevenson, he, made me work for everything that I ended up getting. So high school was fun, man.
Now, did you feel any pressure in that sense following in your father's footsteps?
Not really. I mean, my pops have been working with me my whole life, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of just lived in the moment, you know what I mean? Like and I talk to my friends sometimes today, I wish I would have seized the moment a little bit more, because I didn't realize how big some of the summer games were. I ended up playing against a team that he ended up beating in the playoffs 20 years prior. We ended up going to the playoffs again for the first time since he had played them. I ended up playing like the same team he played, you know what I mean? So I didn't even realize how big, some of that was when you just look back on when we get older and you look back on generational, things like that. I can tell my son, you know what I'm saying, that me and your granddad, did the same thing, just a legacy type thing.
And so, okay, achieving that, getting back to playoffs for the first time since your father played. Looking back on that, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot, man. I mean, to my pops had just about every passing record in Glenn, and so for me to come back in and replace that, and me and him got the same name, it always feels good, especially to outdo your dad. You always want to outdo your dad, so it felt good to come in and break his records, but also build a winning tradition as well. Like my high school is started getting a lot of people in school since I left. So that's just I feel like that was kind of the start of everything right there.
And your senior year, I mean, you scored 52 total touchdowns, 37 passing, 15 running, almost 2,000 yards passing. So what was working for you during your senior season?
Yeah, I mean, I ended up playing with a lot of guys that I knew my whole life, and coming up in our senior year, it was kind of like we was all little kids again. You know what I'm saying? We all playing against the same people that we've all seen, our whole life, and it's like we built such a strong relationship being together. And this certain class that I was in, like I said, we played little league together. We came up, and now we're in high school together. So it was like we didn't start off the greatest team. We were 3-6 my freshman year. Sophomore year, we were 5 and maybe 5-5. My junior year, we jumped to 8-3, and my senior year, we jumped to 10-1. And so it was just a whole process of just learning about each other, learning to grow as a team. And we kind of just like bought in. We all bought in. So by the time senior year came, our chemistry was unbelievable. I mean, we worked out all the time during the spring and summer. So once the game time came, it was fairly, I say, easy my senior year. We, what I'm saying, we came into the game expecting to win everything, expecting to win every game that we played.
And what kind of caught me by surprise, not as much, because we saw the touchdown pass they had to Marquise, but you throw a really catchable deep ball. So, like, where does that come from?
Me and my pops, we used to just go outside, like every day almost, and just work on over the shoulders. Just he'll stand on one side of the street, I stand on the other side of the street, opposite sides. You know what I'm saying? And just hold my left hand up. He'll hold his left hand up. We just work on trying to drop it in the bucket every time, and hopefully we can get back to that this year, man. I can't wait. I'm excited.
And then, in your 3-year career, you had over 136 touchdowns, 111 passing, 25 rushing. So, when you look back at your career, what most stands out to you?
Man, that's a good question. Um, what most stands out to me about my high school career, probably just the whole process I had to go through. I mean, it was a big learning experience. I came in my freshman year, and I was expecting to play on varsity my freshman year because just following in my pop's footsteps, like I felt like I was ready. Like I felt like, just having a big head, I thought I was ready. I ended up dropping the weight, power cleaning on my left two fingers, and I split them right here, and ended up having to get my fingertips sewed back on my freshman year during the summer. So high school started off real slow for me and real ugly, and I ended up getting bumped up my last few games of my freshman year on varsity, and I took some hard hits, man, for some 18-year-olds when I was 14. So it kind of just molded me into the player I am today. I kind of, like I told you, every year we got better and better. So it was just like a real journey for me, a real learning experience, and for my teammates, like we just created a real brotherhood, and I appreciate that.
Okay. Okay. And you also mentioned you wanted to give us an update on how the spring and summer went for you. So I opened the floor to allow you to do that.
Oh, absolutely, man. Just wanted to harp on, the work the guys have been putting in, man. Just not only the returners, not only the old guys, but the young guys, the freshman class that came in, just trying to earn the respect of their peers. You know what I mean? And the old guys not trying to. I mean, when I first came into college, you kind of had those guys who kind of shied away from the freshmen, or try to make them just find their own way. But I can appreciate our class and the guys we have in the locker room bringing young guys along, showing them the way early, and it's been nothing but positive, man, this whole summer. I appreciate the coaches, and I appreciate the guys, man, for just buying in right now. And we're definitely not where we want to be, but as far as to be in June right now, you know what I'm saying, with the numbers of kids that we got here right now, the schedule that we're working on, just having player only practices being ran by, we have, and we're not just having those 7-on-7s out there. We're out there for an hour and 15 minutes, really trying to get better, really coaching ourselves, really critiquing your brother, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's going to come out strong for us in the end. We're building strong relationships right now. And in the summertime, I think that's when it's the most important because, you're sweating out there in that heat, man, and it's hard. I'm not going to lie, it's hard, but when you do that, I feel like that's what really builds that chemistry on fourth down. You can look to the man beside you, like I said, and just that you was in that same pit hole that he was, and we was all sweating and bleeding and crying together. So it builds something special.
And now you're transitioning from a spread to more a pro style offense. How is that going for you?
Man, we're loving the offense right now, man. Like I said, we're nowhere near where we want to be, but just we have little spurts. We had little spurts in the spring where we realize like we can be really good if we just buckle down, and just make the right play. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we get caught up in just trying to do a little bit extra, or football is such a team sport that if one man doesn't do their job, you can definitely see. So once we get everybody on the same page, and we just keep working our craft. And that's the thing. It's going to take hours outside of the facility, outside of practice, to get everything how we want it. But with the guys that we got, like I said, we're in the right position. Like we got the right mindset, and so I believe we can do some good things, man. We're gonna take some shots this year, man.
Yes, and talking to your two coordinators, Coach Lechtenberg, Coach Curley, as well as Coach Donald, they mentioned you made great strides. Uh, okay. Talking to your coordinators, Coach Curley, Coach Lechtenberg, and then Coach Donald. They mentioned you made great strides during the spring. Do you feel the same? And in what aspects do you feel like you improved the most?
Yeah, man. Coming through the spring, I just wanted to work on my
Yes,
leadership,
sir.
man. I wanted to work on my passing game, man, because that's what I felt like limited me last year. Just teams plotting me just for the run. You know what I'm saying? Or didn't think I could read defenses. I'm sitting down with my coaches now. I'm going over certain things that it's helped me out a lot when I get on the field. And like I said, just being forced to step up as a leader, man. I've had a busy year, but it's only making me better. And just bringing my teammates along, learning how to truly step up and take that role. It's only making me a better man and a better football player at the end of the day.
Okay.
But yeah, man, like I was telling you, I was forced to just step up, man, as a leader, on the team and in my life in general. It's like I said, I had a son in January, so just trying to be a positive influence and a positive role model on him and the guys in the locker room, and be a guy that everybody can look to in hard times. And I appreciate the coaching staff just for challenging me to take that role. You know what I mean? And really having like I said, I'm just learning to own it, man. Learning to be that guy. I try to just be there for everybody, man. Most definitely just be the same guy every day. That's one thing I harp on. Just I want everybody to know like they're gonna get the same person every day I come in. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna ask anybody to do nothing that I wouldn't do. So and if I'm gonna have to step up as that leader, then I got to work 10 times harder. You know what I'm saying? Because in those times, it's I'm forced to be the one that's that's gonna be looked at. You know what I mean? And the one that's when it's hard, I got to step up and lead the guys, man. And like I told everybody in the locker room, we're gonna face hard situations. Like everybody knows who been here. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be some times where we're down, but that's when our hard work, that's when our discipline comes into play. All those times, we tired right now. We kind of just setting a different standard right now, and it's working in the right direction.
And Coach Lechtenberg, I believe he mentioned you that he's seen improvements from you in the film room. Have you changed maybe how you watch film or what you take away from the from film now?
Yeah, I definitely would say that. Just getting more in depth into the film, like actually breaking it down, not just watching. You can watch film, but or it's sometimes like, and I'll be the first to say, in the past, like I've watched film, but not really dive deep into it, and really broke it down, or what I could have did better, what I should have did better, or what the defense was trying to do to me. And so that's my big thing this year. Like, I want to be able to come on the field and have an idea of what's about to happen before it even does, and not just go out there and just just play the play. You know what I'm saying? Actually play the game. And so that's been my biggest thing. Still learning how to play the game of football. And it's a way the game has to be played, and especially in my position, like you can tell that if it's not being played the right way. So just continue operating, and I got in the film room with coach, and he just giving me a tremendous help, man, showing me different things that I haven't seen before, or different looks that I might get. And we practice against a unique defense every day with a 3-3 stack. So it's good to get that training every day, and they giving me I'm playing against great competition every day in practice. So when the game comes, I'll be done seeing it all.
And you mentioned now several times you're giving credit to the coaches. So like what has it been like to kind of learn under Coach Lechtenberg, not only as the OC but also as your position coach?
It's been big. I appreciate him. He challenges everybody in the room. You know what I mean? And it's an even playing field with everybody. You know what I mean? When we go out there, how can I put it? His coaching style is it's more laid back, but I can't really explain it. Like how can I say it? I don't really know how to put it. Like he's laid back, but you get his point. He gets his point across very easy. And I mean, with playing quarterback, it's so complex. But he's coached so many different positions that he just adjusts so fast. But I mean, I appreciate him. Like I say, he challenges everybody in the room. He critiques us in a positive way. Nothing's negative, you know what I mean? And it's just we can always just speak freely while we're in film, you know what I mean? And tell them what we see.
And from a leadership standpoint, I remember when you came on the first time, you mentioned how now as that elder statesman in the room, you would have to do better from that standpoint. Do you feel like you've done that during the spring and so far during the summer?
Well, absolutely, man, absolutely. Just trying to be that guy, you know what I mean? We out there in 707. I want to be a coach when I get out, so I'm out there on my coaching game, on my John Gruden game. Trying to help the guys out there. Just tell them what I see. Tell them the knowledge that I have. Just try to help them out. I know how I can be coming in as a freshman. Things are going 100 miles per hour. Trying to adjust to a new college playbook and things like that. So I just try to be that guy that everybody can ask any questions to, or if I need to show you anything after practice or in our spare time, I can do that, and I want to be that guy for everybody. And I feel like I took that role. Like everybody knows they can come to me for anything, man. And we're building some good relationships, man. That's what I love the most about it. Just getting to know more guys and getting to speak to more guys that I haven't really in the past, and build those relationships that'll take last a lifetime.
And you kind of got a new group of receivers. There's some returning last year. There's kind of just some new face and no Madison. So how has that gone so far as building chemistry with that group?
Man, it's been good. Like I said, it's going to take hours outside of practice to build it where we want it to be. But as of right now, I mean, we're looking good at receiver, man. We got, like you said, we got some transfers. We got a freshman class that came in with some speed, man. And we got the guys that's already been there who hungry, man. These guys hungry, you know what I mean? And as well as the whole team, man. That's what I kind of try to preach to them, man. When we out there throwing routes on our own, it's a price to pay to be great, but the hours that we put in right now and the hours that we put in when nobody's looking, they're gonna come out when on Saturdays when people out there, you know what I mean?
And you also mentioned, I believe, you wanted to improve your footwork and your accuracy. You do feel like you were able to accomplish that during the spring?
Yes, sir. I feel like I took some steps forward for sure, man. I still miss some balls, that I know I should make. I'm sure every quarterback does, but like I said, nothing's gonna fix that, but just putting in those hours, man, and nobody sees, and that's what I want to work more on, man. Just grabbing my guys in our spare time and going to build that chemistry, because that's all it is out there. When we're out there, just little simple stuff, just communication, chemistry errors that we haven't been together for a long time, but we starting to build that chemistry to where they know where I know where they're gonna be. They know in certain situations, where the ball might be if the corner is playing a certain way, just because it's so much more than just throwing catch out there, especially at this level.
Um. Hmm. Okay, so what would you say was the most challenging part for you during the spring and maybe during the summer workout so far?
Man, the most challenging part. I'd probably just say I wouldn't say football, man. I'd probably say just adjusting to my new schedule. You know what I mean? I picked up a job at the end of spring ball, so spring ball was that was just more fun than anything, man. We competed every day, so that was the fun part. But like I said, I picked up a job and just working overnight, adjusting to a new schedule. But as far as being up at the facility, man, it's always love being up at the facility. That's kind of like my safe haven. If I maybe going through anything outside of football, I can always come there and I can always, I know what I'm gonna expect. Like just trying, I'm joining the adult world right now, so it's all making me stronger though at the same time. So that's probably been the most challenging part, just adjusting my schedule with school, work, and being the best father I can be for my son.
So how are you kind of going about balancing that? Because that's a lot of responsibility, being a father, being a quarterback, and being a student.
Yeah, man. I talked to Coach Zach about that, man. It's tough, but like I said, I feel like the toughest battles go out to the toughest people, you know. And I just had to take it head on. Like I finished up two of my classes this week, and it was like a big stress weighted off my shoulder just because classes in the summer always kind of just you got to make sure you buckle down on. You know what I mean? Like everybody's out having fun, and there's not too many people in the classroom still. And then, like you said, just being at work, trying to be and still trying to be the best father I can be. It forced me to just like build a routine, and that's what I've been really working on, and it's helped me a lot. And just being around the guys, like I can't be tired. Like I feel like I might be tired when I first get up, but then when I get around it, when I get around everybody, like and I realize my role, it just wakes me up automatically. That's just my love for the game.
And we know, Father's Day was, I think, this past Sunday. You being a father now, what like how special was that day for you?
It was cool, man. It was weird at the same time, man. I'm so used to just texting all my relatives and my father and my uncles and all that Happy Father's Day, and then they saying it back to me now, you know. So I feel kind of old, but man, it was good. You know, I'm really appreciative of Father's Day now. I think I might start doing some Father's things,
uh,
grilling out. You know, get some slippers, man.
um,
Going fishing. Yeah, man.
let's see. Okay, now I've been able to talk to more guests. Now I know we came on. You kind of took credit a little bit for Jace being in the old Little Wayne camp, even though he kind of cleaned it up at the end. I believe it was Coach Curley, Coach Donald, and I think Coach McGuire are all in the old Little Wayne camp. Now,
Oh
if there's
man.
any holdouts, okay, why is old Little Wayne better than new Little Wayne?
Oh man. I'm not gonna lie. It's still some new Lil Wayne that's great, you know. But I feel like it's just a time period thing, man. Like everybody knows, you kind of remember like the feeling that you had when you first heard certain songs, you know. And when I remember old Wayne, like I remember like just being 6, 7 years old, like riding in the front seat with my dad in his truck, you know, just and back then that's when we had CD players, you know, so we used to buy all the CDs and that's all we listened to, you know. So that's where my love for the old Wayne came from, man. And so when I say that, it's kind of like just a time period thing, man. I feel like he's still doing some great things right now. He's still, the best of all time. But back then I feel like it was just, like you were just young, man. I was a little kid and that was all I knew, just I'm over here and my pops used to tell me like, man, if you knew your schoolwork like you knew these Lil Wayne words, you'll be all right, And that's what I remember when I think of Wayne.
Now, I was told the same thing growing up. Instead of Little Wayne, it was about football. So I feel your pain about that. It's not the same when something that you enjoy, something that you have to
Yeah,
do. It's
yeah.
two different things. Let's see. Okay, now I haven't talked to you since the NFL draft. Now, if I recall correctly, you wanted your Panthers to take Malik Willis. They did not
Yeah.
take Malik Willis. They did not take a quarterback. So, post draft, how are you feeling about your Panthers?
No, I think we took Matt Corral, did we not?
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Now, are you content with Matt Corral?
Man, I'm content whoever can get the job done, man. That's all I can say. Man. I'm uh I'm gonna be a Panthers fan at heart forever, man. Just hope we get something going this year, man. Let's hope somebody can get it done.
Now, what you're saying is that you currently don't have much faith in Sam Darnold.
I mean, I kind of like everybody else, man. You're only good as your last play. You're always gonna be judged off the last play. Our team, UCO, we're judged off our last season right now. So when the rankings come out, we got we should feel, what I'm saying, no disrespect because we put that out there, you know what I mean? So when it tells onto it, basically like we just gotta get something going, man. Like until we take that right step, it's gonna be the same thing. So everybody count us out. Be the underdog this year, man. Just gotta come out with that mentality, man.
Now, is this a playoff year for your Panthers?
Man, that's a big question. I can't answer that. I don't want to answer that for another team, but I hope so.
Let's see. Okay, and then I believe since that time Tom Brady retired and unretired. Now I know you are a Tom Brady fan, so how are you feeling about that?
Yeah, I'm glad, man. I'm glad. I don't think he was ready to deal with fatherhood, the full fatherhood yet. I think he was sitting on the couch a couple of days and missed being out there with the guys, man. But I'm glad he's coming. I'm glad he's coming back, man. Like that's the GOAT, you know what I'm saying? So anytime we get to see another year, we witnessing history, man. So I'm glad he did that, man. Everything happens for a reason.
Now, is he beating the Rams this year?
Man, Aaron Donald's back, so I don't know. Man, you can just bring him.
Let's see. Well, I guess. Okay, so what? So back to you on the field. What do you feel like you need to improve the most throughout the rest of this summer and heading into fall camp?
Definitely just being consistent and making the easy plays for sure. And I feel like I'm doing a better job on that, man. Because just understanding defense better, I'm able to kind of dissect them a little bit more before the play than I have in the past, and kind of realize or get a good picture or a good feel of where I want to go with the ball. And even if it's not there, being able to get to my second and third progression is a big deal for me. A lot of times last year, I might have got stuck on my second progression and not been able to get to my third one, or try to run after I didn't see my second or first. So just keeping my feet active, make sure I'm getting my full depths on my drops. Just little things like that will go a long way for me in the end. So that's all I got to keep working on, man. That's just the fundamentals. That's just you can never work too much on that.
Oh well, Steph, I think that's all I have for you. You kind of hit me up there out of the blue. I was like, okay. We met out of the blue saying he watched the Peyton episode. I was like, all right, great. He watched the episode, which is fantastic.
Man, hey, that was this episode, man. Shout out Peyton, man. I was telling Peyton today, man. I say, you sound real professional on there, man.
No, he did. I was sitting there. I'm like, man, this guy.
He definitely got a radio. He got a radio voice. But I appreciate you having me again, man. I appreciate you having me, man. I'm a big fan of the show, man, and it's only getting bigger and bigger, man. I see everybody on here now, man. So I just appreciate you for having me, man.
No, it is. It's no problem. Yeah, it is. It's crazy. We had it. Wasn't it last Monday? Maybe a few Mondays ago. We recorded 3 episodes, and then we had like 5 or 6 episodes recorded in a week. Yeah, it's gotten big, which is good, obviously. But yeah, it's been kind of crazy to see where it started. Kind of when you and Jace first came on, where it is now. Right. Yeah, it's grown quite a bit. So I do owe that to you because we obviously any time you have QB1 on here, it's just gonna obviously help boost the views and stuff. So I
appreciate you, man. I'm so grateful for you, man. You're doing so much for our program, man. It's big. You know what I'm saying? We not too many Division II schools can get that type of exposure that you're giving us right now, man. So I appreciate you, man.
Oh, no problem, man. I like I said, I do what I can. It's good football. I know we're in a state dominated by the 2 bigger schools. So, if there's anything I can do to kind of shine light that there's really good football played in Edmond, played in this conference, I'm gonna do what I can. But I didn't realize that we didn't go in depth when you came on the first time about high school. I watched it again. I was like, yeah, you mentioned it, but we really didn't focus on it like we did with the other guests. So glad he was able to rectify that wrong.
Yes, sir, man.
But I didn't know. I watched your tape late. I purposely watched it late. I'm like, all right, now he's coming to me, telling me he wants to talk about this. There's obviously something he's wanting me to see in that tape. So I waited last night. I was like, all right, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna watch this tape. It was like 10 o'clock, and I have to say I was sleepy. I was full. And I was jolted awake by those deep balls. And I was like, okay, see, I see what he was trying to do now. I see what he was trying to do. You saw Peyton. You saw the highlights of Peyton running for all those yards and said, no. Let me step that deep ball up.
You called me, man. You called me. Hey, man. Hey, you got me really reminiscing today, man. You got me reminiscing today, man. I appreciate you, man. You know, I had to come on here and talk about that.
Well, I'm glad you did, because I was, some of those throws, I was like, okay, well, now the Missouri Western throw makes more sense. When I went back and watched the tape, I'm like, all right, so this isn't abnormal for Steph. This is normal Steph. Okay. Well, it put a lot of things in perspective now. So it's like, okay, now this is making a lot more sense. I saw you diving over piles, and I'm like, all right, this is making more sense.
No, I just wanted to show you I can throw a little bit now, you know.
Whatever. I saw you.
I appreciate you, though, man.
Well, like I said, Steph, I appreciate you coming on, and that was the last time, but I have to say this. I can say this again. Anytime you want to come on, you know, you're more than welcome to. And yeah, I'm wishing you, best of luck rest of the off season. I'm sure we'll talk at some point, either before or during fall camp. And
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm just wishing you, your family, your son, and all that the best of luck.
Definitely, man. I appreciate you again, man. And I definitely will be back on before camp, man. Anytime you need me, I'm here, man. I appreciate you again for all that you're doing for my school, man.
All right, no problem. Sounds good. Thank you, Steph.
All right, okay, get right, man. Oh man, my boy done left the show. Big Brown taking over the Cho Show, man. How everybody doing out there? What's the word, chat?